a sleeping bag drunk, and I stay homeless, and I sleep in a sleeping bag, and I don't come into services, and I panhandle to support my alcohol habit. And I came to the hospitality house originally because they provide a shower service, and in order to shower you have to breathalyze to come in, and so I'd have to not drink in order to come in. So, and at first I didn't see why I was so angry with hospitality house, and at first, oh yeah, why do you think I'm homeless? I'm a drunk, you know, and I have to be sober to come and eat, and they give you a bag lunch, so they're not gonna make you starve, but you show up and you're broken and you're crying and you're a wreck, and you need someone to tell you it's okay. So they do that really well. Because it was so nice and the food was so good, I would go twice a week and then 3 times a week. And since I couldn't breathalyze, these are 3 days a week I'm not drinking alcohol, and it was kind of the first time in like 8 years. I might as well start looking for a job and utilizing the services in the town. I needed a social security card again, an ID, everything, and the shelter told me where to go. I didn't even know there was a place in town where we could go and do our resume. And they provided me the information to go to One Stop. And in fact, I gave me my bus pass to go one time, and because I was whining about what a long walk it was going to be. and so I went, and I couldn't believe it. And they asked me when I got back, you know, to the shelter, did you do your resume? Can we, you know, let me see your resume, you know? And I think that was really on a personal level when they asked that. But they really like to see that you really went, you know, not that, oh yeah, I went to One Stop today and I handled my business. No. They really ask you, you know, you're not really going to lie to them. The most support they give you is the love and the kindness. They uphold the rules with discipline. That you cannot break the rules. They enforce the law in that place. And I looked for a job for 2 weeks, and I stayed at the shelter every day while I was doing it, and it was awesome. I remember when I got the call, I couldn't believe it. So I still can't believe it. If you're doing things to help yourself, they will do everything they can do to help you. And so, and they do everyone's on a personal level there with them, and on a different level of care. You know, as far as I'm concerned, the main thing that this place did for me was you can consider it harm reduction therapy. You know, I wasn't willing to stop or fix myself, and they didn't have the door fully closed to that yet. They let me in a little bit as I would help myself, they would let me in a little bit. And the more I help myself, the more they let me in, and the more they do for you. This is not like a shelter that you would walk into anywhere else. I mean, it's nothing like that. It's so the fact that the community knows that this shelter is like that, they just see you as a good person, and they were so willing to work with the fact that I'm at the shelter. My first day at work was I remember walking to work and how hard it was. I wasn't sure if I was ready. I hadn't worked at all in 8 years, and I mean, I knew I looked ready. I was clean and showered, and but I just was so scared. And the only thing that really got me there was the people at the shelter were so excited. Not just the people that worked there, they were really excited, but the people that I lived with, you know. And since I really come from a sleeping bag, I sleep outside, and they really can, they really feel that, you know, that I'm one of them. I am one of them, and they're one of us, and that it's possible, you know, and it gives everybody hope. So I could not go, so I really didn't want to go, but I went, and it was great. I remember when I came back, they asked me how it was, and I started to cry, and I just told them it was so great. So on a life level, where would I be without Hospitality House? Getting ready for winter, out there in the sleeping bag, skinny, unhealthy, probably dirty, for sure. I would be dying out there. Now I have a job, and I have so much to look forward to. You know, I will have a license here soon someday because of this job. I'll have a place to live, you know, on my own. I can buy clothes for myself. I haven't bought myself anything but socks for 8 years, and I have so much to look forward to. You know, my family is now supporting me on the phone and willing to help now that they see that I'm helping myself, and I would have none of this without Hospitality House. I go to work, I'm so happy to be there. I can't wait. And in the way that I'm just as happy to be at work all day, I'm so happy to get back to the host church at night. I can't wait to tell everyone what my day's been like. And I never envisioned doing this. Since the Hospitality House shows you how to live a healthier and healthier way, you want to live healthier, and it's great. It's so fun spending your money like on stuff you need, like clothes and whatever, not on drugs and alcohol.
I believe it's all citizens' responsibility to assist those people that are less fortunate than most of us. If you're a wealthy person like myself, I would say giving money and encouraging others to do so would be one thing. Then there's the obvious, the housing, because nothing can be worse, especially in Nevada County in the winter, to be out on the street on a cold night or in a park on a cold night or anywhere where you don't have a place to go or family to call your own. So I think providing those kinds of basic services of food, shelter, and caring is what we should, as citizens, see as provided. As a businessman, for me, it's important that they run a good service, that they have a transparent business model, and that they are responsible providers. One of the most important things is that they have the counseling services, because having a problem, whether it's a mental health problem in public or whether it's a drug-induced problem such as alcoholism in public, all of these things would benefit the community if some of these issues could be dealt with honestly. And finally, the community is stepping up and building a more permanent homeless shelter, a place where you could go and be safe in the daytime, as well as at night for the shelter, as well as to get the proper counseling or get a direction in which to put your life back together is very helpful. So I think it's great what Hospitality House is doing. That's why I donate to them. I will and I do encourage my friends or those who watch your video to volunteer to donate to care for people with more wealth, as I realize I am. It's very important, I think, to give back, because look at how much you've gotten from being a citizen in our community. So being successful is good, but it isn't the whole story. It's not just a question of taking, it's a question of giving and helping people.